Good morning. My name is Clary. I'd like to introduce our special guest for today's ornament creation. You may not recognize this person. You may be wondering, who is this person? But this is my fiance, this is my partner, so whenever I discuss him, this is him, this is the guy. So he's usually behind the scenes. So today he is in front of the camera with me. So...
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Jason. I'm Clary's fiance,
yes.
and we're business partners, and I'm just happy to say hi to everyone.
Yes, so Jason does, well, actually, Jason, tell us what you do for Clary V Crystals.
I'm primarily in charge of everything that's in the back end, so financials, digital, website development. I'm also Clary's personal Sherpa when we go shopping for the stones.
Very important.
So I carry
Crystals
the bag.
are heavy. You need
Yes.
someone to help you carry your bags.
Yes.
This is my muscle, so very important when you're gem shopping. You need all your hands free, so you definitely need someone to carry your stuff. So let's get started. So thank you for joining. If you're watching it live or if you're catching the replay, I'm going to try to post this on IGTV, but this is our first time doing a live, so hopefully all goes well. But yes, so thank you for tuning in. Today we will be having some fun. I got a few messages about ornaments, about if I made ornaments, about crystal ornaments, and I just love the idea and I thought it was really cute. And so when I was looking into it, I was like, well, I love it, but everyone could do this. Like, I can do this at my house, you can do this at your house, and who doesn't love to do crafts? Well, I know I love to do crafts, but if you're at home, especially right now in the holidays, it's so much fun to make your own ornaments. I know my ones that my niece makes for me, those are my favorite ones because they're handmade and she made them for her very own, so these are fun that you can make these your very own, maybe do these with your kids, and you can decorate your tree with crystals. So I just wanted to show you quickly what we will be using. So we're going to be mostly working with wire. So I have our wire here. This is just 20 gauge wire. I got it at Michael's a few years ago. Hopefully you guys didn't have to buy anything. I like to keep all my craft stuff when I am done using it. I show you my box. This is one of my boxes. It's literally a tool equipment, but it's for your like bits and stuff, but this holds my craft items, and I have more of things like this because I keep everything because you never know when you're gonna need it, and I don't like to be wasteful. So we're reusing old stuff. So we have wire here. This is 20 gauge, but you could probably still use 18 gauge or 22 depending on what you have. And then from there, we need something to cut the wire with. So we have these clippers, and we gotta have our crystals. So I have a bunch of crystals here. Some of these are ones you would find in your candle if you purchase a crystal candle from me. Some of these are my personal collection. Some of these, well, this was like a keychain I had a long time ago, but it broke and I kept it. I don't know why, but now I know why. It's to make an ornament with. So we're gonna make an ornament out of this. We have a couple little amethyst geodes, all sorts of stuff. So we're gonna use these tools here with our wire, and then I have some ribbon to, just hang the ornament up with once we're done. And then, of course, some scissors. So we have some scissors here, and yeah, so that is about it. So I guess we'll just get started. So we're gonna start with some wire. If you are doing these with kids, just be careful because wire's kind of pokey, and maybe have them wear some like cool shades or something. Just in general, like don't stand too close to me with this wire. Just kidding.
Yeah, it's very true. It's very sharp at the end, so really be careful. And especially when you're wrapping it, that wire can flip around and it can catch your eye. And so be real careful when you're doing
That's good. That's good. So yeah, we're gonna make this kind of long. I think probably like 12 inches. Oh, we lost them already, guys. We lost them already. See ya. Just kidding. So we're gonna have, this is about good. This is probably too much too. I have like 12 to 18 inches right here. And cut it. Here you go. So you can use some of this wire. And we have a bunch of pretty crystals to choose from. So if you purchase a candle from me, they all feature crystals at the bottom. So this is a green aventurine. This was at the bottom of one of the Blessings on Blessings candle that I used. And then I also recently burned a Mia Moore candle that has the rose quartz. So I do polish now, but I used to do raw rose quartz. So some of them have raw pieces. So we have some of these here. So we have a bunch of things to work with. So we will see what we choose. I think I might go with this raw rose quartz because I'm really digging rose quartz. Oh, and then this is in a rose quartz bowl, so extra rose quartz all around. Pretty sweet, man. So we'll continue.
So about how long is that?
I did about a little over 12 inches.
A little over 12
just
inches?
because it's easier to trim it than to be short. Maybe do a little longer. Maybe
a little bit longer?
16, 18 inches, and we're eyeballing it. I don't have a ruler or a measuring tape over here. So here she is. Right. Nice. And go ahead and pick your crystal from our bowl here.
I'm going to go with this amethyst.
It is sweet. Pretty. It's a nice little pale amethyst. So from here, so we're pretty much just going to put the crystal in the middle of the wire that we have here. And just kind of see how it is right there in the middle. We're just gonna wrap it around just so it's nice. It's like you're putting a belt on it. You know, put a little belt on it. And once it meets, you're going to cross.
Okay.
See how it's crossing? And we'll go ahead and wrap it around again. So when the wires meet, just kind of cross them. And that makes a nice basket connection so that they are staying together. Now you really don't even have to do too many for these big pieces, and just keep on moving the wire around until you feel like it's pretty secure. I feel like rough crystals are pretty easy to work with just because they have a lot of like grooves and stuff to get around, whereas polished, you know, they're polished, so there's nothing much for it to hang on to. So
yeah, that's true. With this polished one, it's a little bit more difficult to catch some of the sides for
so
it.
Just keep going
but it is working though.
Yeah, keep going around. And now we have the top here. So let me know when you're secure. Okay, so I've pretty much secured my crystal. Here it is at the top. So the two little thingies, the two wires are up at the top. So I'm just gonna twist them together just so they're nice and secure, and kind of move them up. Now this is where we can use something like, where did I put my pencil? I found it. So I forgot to mention a pencil in my list of supplies, but you can use a pencil, or you can use these like kind of pliers that have like a circular tip to them. So you can use that, or just a pencil. But pretty much we're gonna wrap this wire around the top here, just so that it provides like a nice little loop, so that we'll eventually use that to put the ribbon through for our, you know, to hang the ornament. Voila.
I see.
You can use this pencil. Pencil's cool. Screwdriver. Yours is so much nicer. I knew it. So, okay, so before we started, we hadn't wire wrapped in a long time. We used to wire wrap. He was always better at it. Like, I can admit it. He's really good at it. And so before we got started, he's like, oh, you know, I don't really remember how, so I'll just watch you. And I look over right now, and his looks so good. What? Like, you're so sneaky. Oh, you know, I don't really know how. Whatever. This looks so good. I can't even look at you.
Yeah, at the very end, I twisted them together to kind of hold them down, and then I'll give you this kind of like a singular, almost wild, singular wire with the two, if you can take a look at that. And then I'll take this little pencil, and then wrap it around the pencil. Yeah. But mine's a little short, so.
Yeah, so that's why the longer wire is better. So maybe.
So I will say probably go a little bit beyond 16 inches.
Yeah.
Just to give you some headroom.
Just to have room, because you never know how many loops you made, you know.
Right. There we
That's
go.
okay.
And again, be careful of the edges. They are pretty sharp. So.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. That's pretty
Killed
good. Huh?
it.
That's pretty good. Yours is looking good too.
It's coming along, man.
Yeah.
You know, I stressed myself out, and that's what happened.
That's
It
okay.
didn't go on. It's okay. I'll just undo it and fix it.
And it's cool with wire because, like you said, you can just undo it.
Undo it. It's
No
not
big
permanent.
deal. Yeah. There. Nice.
E.
It's looking
so
very
funny.
good. Looking
You're so
very
funny
good.
here. Well, what ribbon are you going to choose? We have
Well-
a few options. So we have some twine here.
Yes.
And we have some like iridescent ribbon that's from like gift wrapping.
Mm-hmm. And then you have some. What's this?
Well, that's more like a thin like hemp cord. That's for if like maybe you had a drilled stone and just wanted to dangle it. So like I had some prisms that I have decorated outside in the backyard, but it was super windy like last week and the week before, so some of them broke. They were on fishing line and they still broke. So I found them in the like leaves. And I'm like, oh, so I remade this into a cute little ornament just by stringing it because it's already drilled. These ones are super easy to do because it's literally just put a string through. And look how cute it is. Like it's a prism. So it'll be nice and rainbowy and stuff. And here's another one that we made quickly beforehand just so you can see. So this one is drilled too. And you know, drilled is really easy to do because you literally just stick the wire through the hole, wrap it up real cute, and then you can add your ribbon, and there you go, cute ornament. So ideally, this is what it would want to look like. We have a little amethyst here with the loop, and you can, oh, thank you for that back shot. You know, put it through here and decorate that way. So what ribbon are you gonna choose?
You know, I think I'm gonna go with this hemp. This kind of
natural.
rustic vibe going on with this hemp. So I'm gonna use this one. And about how long would you say?
Well, about this one.
Okay, so double that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because you're gonna hang it on the tree,
Yeah.
you know. You don't want the ornament to be too long.
Sure.
Just long enough to go over the wherever you're hanging it, you know. Okay. Okay, making moves.
About this long? Would you
Yeah,
think?
that looks
that
good.
looks right.
That looks good. That looks gorgeous. We're doing our best over here, folks. We're doing our best. So that's the thing, like, there's a lot of wire wrappers out there, and they do some really cool stuff, and it's like,
So
why did
talented.
you do that? So talented,
So
so
talented.
talented. So,
Yeah.
you know, don't compare yourself to their work because some of them have been doing it for years. You know, I know that this is not going to be like the most beautiful thing in the world, but I made it myself, so it's special that way. It's special that
That's
way.
true.
That's all right. Now this,
People love
Oh, okay.
handmade gifts too.
totes,
Yeah, so this would be an awesome gift.
gorgeous.
Ooh, this came out pretty nice.
It did.
Pretty happy about
I
this
know.
one.
It looks neat. Don't look. Go ahead
Pressure's
and get
on,
started on
pressure's
your
on.
next one. Go ahead and get started on
Okay.
your next one. Oops.
Sounds good.
Pick a crystal. Pick a crystal.
You know what? I like this honey calcite.
Ooh, sweet, yes.
Yeah.
That's a nice one.
Look how juicy it looks.
Yeah, super juicy. Look at you. Look at you. So,
Nice.
tell us, Jason, what's your favorite crystal?
Ooh,
That's a good question.
favorite crystal. Gosh. I would have to say my favorite crystal right now, and it does change sometimes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think right now it's smoky quartz. Yeah.
Smoky quartz. Nice.
I have a pretty large smoky quartz piece next to my desk, and
Yes.
it has definitely brought me some abundance.
Abundance. Do you feel the energy is very grounding?
It is. It is. And
It's a very grounding stone.
yes.
Yes.
And especially next to the desk because work can be so chaotic sometimes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And it's nice to have it next to my desk because when I look at it, it does bring me a little bit of calm and allows me to kind of relax and focus. And so it's been a pretty cool stone.
Look at, I just made these right now. We're chatting. I was listening to,
Whoa.
actively listening. But see, this was the keychain that I showed you guys in the beginning. It was broken. So if you have like a pendant that maybe it doesn't have a necklace, or whatever it is, maybe the necklace broke, but you still have the pendant, you can reuse that for a short while, stick it on the tree, and it could look really cute. Like for instance, we have this really cool arrowhead. It's made of black obsidian and it's already wrapped. It's a cool pendant, but it just doesn't have a necklace. So I'm gonna put this on a little string, and it's gonna become a necklace. And
hey, I remember wire wrapping this.
well, sir,
this was one of our first projects,
yes.
and we were just starting out.
Yeah.
I must have wire wrapped
so many.
Oh my gosh.
And I was the worst. I'd be like, it's not perfect, and I'd cut it and make them start again. So terrible. But this is so nice. Like, look how, such a good job that he did on this. I could never. My wire wrapping, I think I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, and that's okay. You're not meant to be good at everything. Other people have skills too. And some of his skills include wire wrapping. He's the wire guy. Very nice.
So yeah, I'm gonna use about this much.
Well, I think it
wire.
should be longer, because
A little
remember
bit longer?
the first time
Yeah.
it was too short.
That's true. That's very true.
Just kidding. Okay, well these are coming along nicely, nicely.
So I'm gonna start in the middle of the wire, and then just start wrapping around. Oh yeah, it's a little bit easier with these rougher stones.
But I feel like it has like something to hang on to.
Yeah, something to grab. But it's still doable with the polished.
Totes. Coolness. Oh, I'm feeling ambitious. I'm gonna go for a polished green aventurine. I'm gonna cut my my wire a little longer this time, and we are gonna hope for the best.
Hope for the best.
Hope for the best. I'm gonna do my best.
Let's see here. So what's your favorite stone right now, Clary?
That's a trick question.
Yeah.
That's a trick question. Because, as you said so yourself, you know, I have a lot of favorites. You know, it's hard to choose.
Yeah.
But maybe like a consistent fave. I'm a big fan of moonstone. I love moonstone. It's so pretty. And there's just so many kinds of moonstone. You can have peach moonstone, there's black moonstone, there's rainbow moonstone. But I learned something in my crystal courses that I'm taking, that rainbow moonstone is actually a type of labradorite. So you notice it has that like sheen, that beautiful
that
blue flash, exactly. And that is actually a type of labradorite. Isn't that interesting?
Wow. That is
there
interesting.
You go. Something cool. Okay, so I have my tumbled piece, and I start in the middle, and I'm really just gonna like, because this one is a bit tougher to do because, you know, there's not that many grooves to hold on to and stuff. So I think I might have to almost like kind of make like a basket for it to chill in order for it to stay.
And I am noticing once you get the final wrap, if you hold them together and then just twist the stone, you can kind of clamp it down a little bit right at the base, and that'll get you nice, and that'll be able to tighten up all the wires against the stone.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Fabulous. Love it.
No, there really are some talented wire right? I'm like, take a look at yours.
It's coming along. It's coming along. It's coming along.
It's coming along.
I think I got a little ambitious with this one, but I'm gonna keep trying.
It's still looking good.
It's it's kind of him to say. It's kind of him to say. You know, we're just doing our best here. These are our homemade. This is DIY. You know, it's like those Pinterest fails when they try to make those beautiful cakes and it's like really creepy. This is kind of like that. Except not a Pinterest fail, hopefully. We're doing our best. We're doing our best. You know what? This one's coming along. It's coming along.
Yeah, definitely use a little more wire. I'm still kind of a little short at the end, so a little bit extra wire will make this little end part a lot easier and a little bit cleaner looking, but still pretty good.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
What
I
you
think
looking
I'm going to go for the iridescent on this one.
Ooh, the ribbon.
This one's kind of cool.
Yes, get it. Yes. So, Jason, tell us about the first time you went to a gem show. What did you think?
Oh gosh, the first time I went to the gem show, yeah, that was the one in Costa Mesa.
Yes, yes.
Called the Gem Fair.
Yes.
And this is when I was just starting to get into crystals, and this is when you first initially introduced me to crystals. And the first time I went there, it was just absolutely amazing. I had no idea the diversity of stones and crystals, and also there's two schools of thought there too. There's one on the spirituality side, but then there's also a group of individuals that are there that are also on the gemology side too, which is very fascinating.
That is very fascinating.
Yeah. So two schools of thought there. It's just massive with so many different types of vendors, types of stones. I remember we found that one vendor that probably had the most diverse amounts of stones there from, I mean, I could not even say their names. So
like, what's this? I think we were bugging him for a while because we were asking him so many questions.
Yeah.
Like, we have questions. We have so many questions.
Right. And then there's jewelry vendors for different types of jewelry and wholesaling, which is very interesting. So it was an eye-opening experience, and it's a whole group of individuals that are dedicated for this.
Look at that.
Whoa, that came out really good.
I basically wrapped it like a
came
football.
Out really good.
Is it perfect?
At first, I didn't think it was gonna work.
I was seriously tempted for a minute to like switch, but I was like, I'm dedicated to this, and I'm gonna make it happen. So I just kind of wrapped it around and around and around like a little football, and voila, there she is. I love it.
Nice. It looks really good.
Now the question of the day is what stone to choose next. I think I might go with this little fluorite. It's really cute. Look at that little guy. He's adorable. I just found it in this box. Ooh, look at your calcite. Honey
this one's
calcite.
hanging really nice.
It is.
Yeah.
It looks good. I can't wait to.
Can I put it on the tree
Yes, put it on the tree. Pick a nice branch so that it doesn't fall down. Because the calcite is low on the hardness, in the hardness range. So we just don't want to drop it because it could chip. So that is something to keep in mind with your stones and stuff. Just when you're keeping them together and things of that nature. Because some are harder, like quartz, I think is a 7 on the hardness scale. And calcite, I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I know it's lower. So you kind of have to be careful because that could kind of chip it a little bit. All right, so I think I'm just gonna do one more, and then you can do one more as well.
Okay.
What's striking your fancy? What crystal is catching your eye?
Gosh, I really like this amethyst one.
Yes,
I'm gonna try to duplicate.
Yeah, look at that geode. It's nice, sparkly.
I'm gonna try to duplicate what you did here.
I like it. Okay.
Yeah, this is a cool one.
Yes, I agree. I know. I found them in this bin I have. I forgot that. Are you one of those people? I am. I buy things and I forget I buy things and I find it like 6 months later or a year later, or in this case like 3 years later, and I'm like, oh, I had goals for you. What happened? What happened? Okay, so I'm making some moves. We're crossing the wire, twisting it where they meet, making it move around, loving it. I like this little fluorite because I can really just push down and hold it in place with my fingers.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm actually moving pretty fast and I'm like, who is she? She's so good. You might hear my dog right now. He's barking. He's outside. He wants to be inside, but he's just gonna be in and out, and he's enjoying some sunshine. So sun's coming out right now, so he can enjoy some time outside.
Definitely.
He's fine.
Chasing the squirrels.
Chasing squirrels, barking at birds, you know, living the good life.
So Clary, how did you initially get into crystals? What was the strike point?
I mean, there's a few things. I'm not sure if it was like one exact, like, you know, straw that hit the camel's back, or like one exact thing, but there's just a lot going on at that time. Working and just being like so miserable and not understanding why, because, you know, we're told as kids and when you're in high school and stuff to go to college and you'll find a career and then you'll work there and you'll be happy making money, and it's just like, okay, but that's not it. I was doing all those things. I did the things. I graduated on time. I had the stuff, had all the things, but it was not it. I was really just not happy. And, you know, we found that gem show. Like, we found out about that there was going to be a gem show, and I had kind of just found out about gems. We had also been watching this show about this guy who traveled the world, and he was a gem hunter, and he went to all these crazy places, and he hunted for gems, and he was like just seeing these beautiful rubies and these sapphires, and it's like, holy smokes, like, that's insane. Like, what a job to travel and to meet these miners and see that, like, you're actually doing something. Like, you're seeing, you like, with the supply chain, you are meeting the person who dug the crystal, the family, the man himself, and you're actually like putting food on their table and that kind of stuff. And I thought that was pretty neat. So we found that gem show in Costa Mesa, the one he mentioned. And, you know, it was like, it was that was it. I had my big book from Judy Hall, my little crystal Bible, and I walked around, and, you know, we saw so many things, picked out so many crystals, and it was really fun. And that was that. That was it. And from there, whenever it was a friend's birthday, I'd like to give them like a crystal jewelry or crystal, or, you know, I used to like try to make little things, little jewelry pieces for my friends and stuff. So I used to do that and give them jewelry, crystal jewelry, just to like drip the crystalness on them. And it just kind of went from there. And I think it was our second time, well, my second time going to Burning Man, we had a little crystal meditation at our dome where I showed the crystals and then he led the meditation, so that was really cool. Just a nice way to show others about it in a nice way, you know.
In a positive way.
In a positive way. So a nice little meditation is always fun, and it was really cool. So I'm glad I did it. It was definitely something out of my comfort zone. I had wanted to do it the year prior, but I was just so nervous. But that year following, I was like, nope, I'm gonna do it. And we did it, and it was great. And a lot of these things are, you know, you have these ideas and you want to do them, but you're afraid. You know, the ego takes over and it tells you like, well, what do you know? Like, you're a beginner. What they tell you these limiting beliefs, and sometimes you just gotta tell those limiting beliefs to fuck off. And that's what I've been doing, and here we are. I had told myself, I'm never gonna do a live, and yet here I am. You know, and he always said like, oh, you know, I'll just like hold the camera, I'll carry the stuff. And here you are, you know, you're on camera too.
Yeah,
so.
Definitely a little outside my comfort zone.
And that's okay.
But it's a good thing.
Nice. It's nice. It's important to push ourselves out of our comfort zone and try new things. So here we are, we're making ornaments with all you fine folks. And we're living living a good life. Okay. I think that should be about it. We've made a few.
Yeah.
Hopefully you've made one. You don't have to make a few. You just make one. Maybe you got an idea. Maybe you're gonna make some later on. They're really easy.
Real easy.
And if we showed you anything in this 20-something minutes, that if we can do it, you can do it. So here's our ornaments. Here's my fluorite. There's his amethyst. We got another amethyst. Lots of amethyst for you today.
True.
Oh, wait, and you're wearing amethyst.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think
love
that's
that.
a coincidence.
Wow. Definitely not. Definitely not. So let's show off all these beauties that we made today. I'm digging it.
Nice. Wow.
Woohoo! Look at us. So we are crystal ready. Our tree is going to be trimmed with crystal beauties. We have so many different things here, so many different types. We have some rose quartz, we have some black obsidian, we have selenite, we have some aura quartz, we have green aventurine, more amethyst, fluorite, we have more amethyst, more amethyst. Woohoo! Oh, I almost forgot my prism. And my prism from recycled materials, and all these things we had at our house. So hopefully you guys can make some fun creations too with stuff that you have laying around. Turn those trash into treasures. Woo! Yay! So thank you for joining me. I hope you liked our DIY activity, and leave a comment. I don't know, or don't. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. I'm going to try to post this. I'm going to try to post this on my IGTV. But yes, thank you so much. Love you all. Crystal blessings.
Nice
Have a beautiful rest of your day, weekend, wherever you are, wherever point of the day you are having. See you soon.